Hello students, today for vocabulary lesson 8, instead of me giving some elaborate story that really doesn't make sense, I'm just going to go over the words, and I think that will be very helpful to you as you go over the exercises and attempt to memorize the words. But really it's not about memorizing, it's about the words becoming a part of your vocabulary and you being able to recognize those words in everyday context. So let's start with the word duplicity. To have duplicity means that think of the word duplicate. There's two, right? There's the real, and then there is the false pretense. So if I were to say, wow, being a good husband is very important, and then I go home and I totally ignore my wife, that's duplicity. I'm saying one thing, right? But there's this other part that's the truth. And one is kind of false and the other is true, which actually brings us into our second word, which is belie. If I were to say, wow, this book is so engaging, and then as I'm reading it in front of you, I start to fall asleep. Me saying it's engaging belies the fact that I'm really bored by it, right? Which is the truth. So it's something that falsely represents something else. Droll is odd and amusing, kind of in a fun way, right? So sometimes I'll say very droll things in class, just whimsical, silly things, hopefully to keep you engaged. And so that's droll. Abate means to lessen in intensity. So sometimes the winds abate. That means that the winds calm down. The seas abate when they calm down. My temper abates when I calm down. So there you go, calm down. Glib, usually referring to a comment. Okay, so you perform it in such an easy way that it seems sincere, right? So a glib apology, like, wow, really sorry for doing that. Like, no, you're not. Okay, so it's insincere. Abhor means to detest or to hate strongly. I don't know what else to say. I can give you another word: to loathe something, abhor it, detest it, despise it. Those are good words. Journeyman is someone who's good at what they do. They're a professional, usually in the crafting or the craft industry. Okay, there's guys across the hall right now putting in tile floor. These are either journeymen or master craftsmen. They look like master craftsmen, but a journeyman just means someone who's good at what they do. They're not an apprentice. They're not at the beginning stage. Dole means to give out sparingly or give out a little bit at a time. And I'm not sure exactly where it comes from, but I've heard if you dole, that there was a dole, which was like an amount of money that the Romans would give to its poorer citizens. And so to dole out now means to give out a little bit equally, share it. Protean means readily changeable in form. It's something that changes easily. It's mutable, which is a synonym for it. Can change easily. Okay, like the stock market is protean. There you go. Gamut, the whole range. It means everything. The whole gamut. Okay, that's pretty easy. Decorum is proper behavior, proper manners. That's decorum. Extrovert is someone who gets their energy by being around lots of people, right? Introvert gets their energy by being by themselves. It says one who's outgoing, but you can be outgoing and be an introvert, okay? But it just means that you're energized by being around people, by being outgoing. Propagate means to reproduce. It can be like children, it can be viruses, just, reproducing. Effigy is a crude dummy. We do this when we have the bonfire. We have a dummy and we throw it on the fire and burn it, which is a little disturbing, but it is what it is. It's a tradition. But it represents a hated group or person. And then austere means plain, but sometimes it just means kind of strict, severe. And think of, like a teacher who means business and they're not going to get off on the bunny trail and they're kind of strict. Okay, they're austere. So hopefully that is very helpful in you memorizing and understanding these words as you do your exercises and learn them. Good luck to you.